25 minutes from now. Hey everybody, we are here, we're going to talk about Tiffany Haddish's book. We read like the first 1/3 of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this book was written in her voice. Like as we were just talking about this, like in her voice, like you're talking to her, this is her regular conversation, which I think is cool because I really like her. I try to watch like her, I have watched her Netflix series, and I tried to watch a couple interviews so that I could really kind of get the feel of her, because we haven't read all the book yet, but I wanted to know more about her. You know, like let me know a little bit more. So I feel like I know a little bit more now about her. So what did you think about the first 80 pages or 100 pages, wherever you stopped?
It was good. I mean, I learned a lot from her, like, you know, when we were speaking about as far as her being Jewish, her dad being Jewish, but, you know, as far as, you know, this book and Kevin Hart's book, I'm kind of getting into the, where it's more like they both, you know what I'm saying, overcame obstacles, but a lot of it had to do with bullying and teasing, and I'm telling you, it's still going on strong and rampant today, or whatever, but both of them overcame all of that and became successful, but, you know, I'm noticing that it's a trend in these books.
But there's also like this tragedy in her book with her mom's accident.
Yeah.
That, come a little closer because I feel like you're going to
I don't think she
come closer. Okay. Come on. I'm
like,
not going to bite you.
As far as her dad, like a lot of them, you know, her and Kevin Hart had the dad that just wasn't present, and then he actually said that he tried to kill her too, like that. Just
with that. Oh my gosh! So, we'll give you. What do you want to comment before we start? Just about what we read.
I'm just enjoying the book.
I am too. I think she really opened up. She really let us know some things about her. And I think it's so hard for us to remember when we see people get successful, they've been in the business for 20 years already. We're just seeing her now in movies. People are like, oh, she's so brand new. She's not. She's just like Kevin Hart. She's been struggling and doing this for 20 years and now reaping all her work and hard efforts, and I'm super duper happy for her. I don't think a more deserving person could get it. So I just want to remind you that, like, her work ethic, and how old, she is so young looking. And so you got to think, she's been doing it for 20 years. She started when she was, what, 15?
Yeah.
She's probably 35 or older. She looks great.
Yeah.
Like flawless.
I'm like glad that
she really started in high school.
Yeah, she did. I think they kind of make it off as a mechanism to not being teased. So I think hers kind of started with her being funny, so they wouldn't make fun of that horn that was on her head.
And she couldn't read.
And she couldn't read all the way.
And we're not talking about her when we say that. We're just saying. It says this in the book too, that she had a hard time.
Tell you that she cheated.
She found a good teacher though. Thank God for those few good. I'm not saying few good teachers, but there's always some teachers that know how to touch some kids more than other kids, that advance you so much. She learned how to read in 1 month.
Yes.
And she had a photographic memory, obviously, because all she had to do was have someone read something to her and she could remember it forever. So I'm sure that's really helping her with acting and things like that.
Well, that's how she duped all the teachers for so many years.
Yeah, exactly. Thinking that she could read and stuff, and she couldn't read a lick. And that just goes to show she made it all the way up to the 9th grade and still couldn't read. I mean, I really couldn't fathom that right now. But, you know, I guess it just goes to show, you know, when you're struggling and you're getting out there, you do anything to achieve your goals. And she really stuck it out and did what she needed to do so far, what I read. But I really, as far as the porn thing, I never heard. I mean, I didn't think that it was HPV.
No, her grandma. It was just a wart.
But her grandma was like, you got
but she associated with HPV.
Yeah, her grandma associated
but it was
with
just
that.
a wart.
It was just a wart.
It was just a wart. But then that's, again, you know, like old culture. Like where some people are traditional and they're just following like an old cultural thing. Like this is what she had been raised to believe about certain things, so that's what she was raising to, to
Because
believe.
she told us she was out there doing
Being
nasty
fast out
there doing nasty things. That's how you got that.
everything. But she used to literally cut on it in class because she was so tired of people
She
making
would cut
fun
it off
and
and let it bleed, so
down her
people would feel
face.
sorry for her and stop making fun of her for a while. But then it would grow back, and they would start making
It
fun
would
of her
roll
again.
right back. It's terrible.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say. Then the other thing that she did is I really like her personality. So she wanted to. She was bussed out to a different school, and she and another young man were the predominant maybe black people in that school, and she felt like that was going to be her boyfriend. Do you remember?
That was so good.
Yeah, and then she was like, so like we and you are going to be together.
Yeah.
So she went to the play. She started with that play. Remember? She was like, I'm going to be in this play because he's in that play.
He's in the acting group. I'm getting in the
and
drama club.
Then she said,
kiss up there. I want to kiss him.
And then the teacher picked the difference.
She didn't even get the part.
But in her mind, she said, I know I'm going to get the part because they're not going to have no interracial kissing at the school.
Right.
That was her logic.
Yes.
So, when you read that, though, it is hilarious. Like, super funny because she's really letting you in on her thought process, which is what people sometimes hide from you, and then you'll be like, why were you thinking that? Well, this book lets you in on that process where she was like, this is gonna be my dude, he's got this part, let me try it for the other part, I got it no matter what because I'm the other buff chick trying out.
Right. And he didn't want to have anything to do with it.
No, he did not.
Nothing to do with her.
So then her next scheme was, I'm going to be a cheerleader because he plays football. I'm going to be a cheerleader. Then we'll be together. He's going to be my boyfriend. All I want is a boyfriend.
Didn't happen. She ended up being the mascot.
But I like why she did it.
Yeah.
Did you like that part too? Talk about that.
I liked it that when they wouldn't let her be a cheerleader, and she was like, okay, so what can I be so I can be around him? And they were like, okay, anybody trying out for the mascot? It was like, no, anybody trying out for that. So she was like, I know I'll get that. So she got that, and
she was like a hype man. She was so
good
at it that after a while she quit. She was like, I'm not doing this no more because the man I know I want to be with just told me he's never going to be with me because I'm a mascot. So I quit this.
yeah.
And the games
and what happened?
Sales of the tickets
Half of the people stopped coming.
People stopped coming to the games.
Yeah.
They paid her to do something that she was doing for free.
The principal was like, what can I do to get you to be the mascot again? What can I do? And it was so funny to me because
I need a boyfriend.
Give me a boyfriend.
Yes. Give me a man.
Give me a boyfriend.
I can't help you with that.
Then she said, well, I'm going to have to get my hair and my nails done so I can get a man, so give me some money. I loved it. I like it that she
wanted
doesn't.
a boyfriend so bad.
It was a dream of hers. She had to get one. I'm sure she has some now.
Well,
she's beautiful.
Well, remember she did start dating this one dude. She really to try to make the one she wanted jealous.
Yes.
And then eventually he told her he didn't want to be her boyfriend no more either because they was teasing him because she was the mascot.
Yes,
they called him the mascot king.
Manager or something, the mascot's assistant or something like they was working for her or whatever.
Yeah, so he told her he couldn't be her boyfriend anymore. Yeah.
So the thing with Tiffany is that when she was 8 years old, her mom was in a car accident. Her mom got brain damage from that, and it altered her personality.
She had to teach her mom how to walk all over again, feed her, and everything.
She had to take care of all the other kids.
Take care of her sisters and brothers. Had to teach her to tie her shoe and everything. And once her mom had gotten to that accident, it really messed her up, not only physically but mentally. It's
and she had a problem with Tiffany. She took her anger out on her.
As soon as she got her motor skills back, she was slapping her in the face and stuff.
And then she started beating her feet because she knew she wouldn't get in trouble. Nobody would see that.
Stuff.
Yeah, because she had went to school all bruised up. She had went to school and they called mom to school. It was like, what's going on? So that's when she started beating her in the bottom of the feet.
Yeah.
But she was removed from that and went into foster care. But then her grandma actually ended up taking her, not out of foster care, but
She was
fostering
still
her.
in the system because her grandma still wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
she wanted to
She
get
was gonna
checks so
take
she
her
could take-
in, but she still
She took
wanted
all
that
of
check
them. She took
coming
them all in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was 18, she had to leave.
Yeah.
And
She
that's when she was homeless.
emancipated her and told her, you
gotta
gotta
go.
go get a job.
Because
I
there's
ain't
no
getting
more
paid
check,
for you no
so
more.
you gotta go.
I ain't
Gotta
getting
go.
paid for you no
She
more.
was homeless.
So, yeah.
And she used to have those rolly things with the wheels on it. She said that was her suitcase, and she would just take it from friend house to friend house.
Yes.
So this is the other cool thing. How did the bar mitzvah guy find her? Was it at the mascot thing when she was doing the mascot thing?
Yep.
Okay.
The dude
It was
that had her doing the
it was at a
bar
dance.
mitzvah.
It was at a
dance.
It was at a
something
school
like that.
dance.
Yeah.
And she was clowning, doing her little
He's
jokes
like,
and
"You
making
real
everybody
funny."
laugh.
Mhm.
And and then he pulled her to the side and said, "Hey, you can make some money."
Yeah, you real funny. You can do some bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
So she started, I feel like her career started with that mascot, then went to these bar mitzvahs where she was like a hype man, then she was a DJ, then she was enrolled into this comedy.
She had a choice from going to doing like juvenile or either going to the comedy
How
camp
did
or
that come
something.
about? I can't remember.
She
How did
did
she get that
something.
choice? Do you remember?
The principal she did something. It was something that
I know.
she did. I can't. It's a shame. I
can't
really
remember
can't
either.
remember
Yeah.
it. But she had a choice, and she went to the camp Laugh Factory or whatever the camp was called. And she
Okay,
went
it was
there.
the social worker. What? Hold up. Oh, because she had an imaginary friend, and the
she
imaginary
had
friend's
a
name was
parrot.
Cracker.
Cracker.
The teacher kept thinking she was being racist.
Mhm.
She got sent to the principal. They called the social worker, and this happened over and over and over again. And then finally, the social worker said, "You got two choices.
Yeah.
You can go to the Laugh Factory, since that's what you like to do anyway, or you can go to juvie."
Yeah.
And she picked the Laugh Factory, and she was just like Kevin Hart. Had to catch a bus. Had to go there. Had to do this. Had to do that. Remember, she wanted to join a game.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wouldn't.
they
wouldn't even take her.
Wouldn't
She's
even
like,
take her in the game.
And she wanted to smoke some weed, and
They
they
were like, "Get out of here."
somewhere.
Like, you need to go home. Go home and read one of them heavy books you gotta get.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool because again, that was would have been a turning point for her, where her life would have been totally different.
But
you know?
remember, she said she got to hang with
She
him.
got the perks.
Hang with
She
him,
got
but
to
she
hang
didn't have
with
to
him,
do
but she
all
didn't have
the
to
stuff
do all the
get in the
stuff.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
She got, you know, sleep with everybody and all of that.
They
stuff.
allowed her to hang.
But I just like, I couldn't believe that after, you know, once she was kind of getting there, her dad just really threw me all off. Like she wanted to watch her brothers and sisters while her mom worked, and he's like
That stepdad. That was stepdad.
that was the stepdad.
Yeah.
But she like, I mean, the house burned or something.
No.
No, her
So,
mom. That's when her mom got in that car
Correct.
accident.
something
Mhm.
happened with the daycare where the daycare didn't run through. So her mom was going to take them all somewhere or do
Over to
something.
grandma's.
Yeah, and then
she's like,
Tiffany
I'm old
said,
enough.
"No,
I know how to cook.
I'm gonna take
and
care of
this and
everybody,
that."
and we'll be fine." And then that was the
day
They-
that mom had
The mom had
But the
car
dad
accident.
said he cut the brakes.
stepdad.
Cause
Told
He
her.
tried to kill them.
he
He
said
took
you
her.
supposed to been dead with your mama now.
He took her out for her birthday for drinks and told her that.
You supposed to be dead.
All y'all was supposed to be dead because
He
y'all
said
was
he
supposed to
took
be
out
in
life
that car.
insurance
Yes.
on him.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then he said it again at a later time to her one more time. I think she was like depressed, and he was trying to cheer her up and said, "Well, you're kind of like a miracle
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I planned to kill you, but you're
supposed to be
still
dead.
I'm like, that's not cheering nobody up. Stop it.
It-
So,
It
and then,
is really an insight into her life and her growing up and stuff.
and I think like even though her grandma was trying to get that paycheck, kudos to her though. She took them in. She fought for them. They didn't let her have them for a year. She still kept with it, trying to get them. And then when she
needed the money because she didn't have any money to take care of him, so that's why she, you know, she kept.
yeah, I want to just point out, like, we still think she's a very respectable lady, and
Yeah.
she did do good. She had to do what she had to do to survive too.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just want to point out, like, even though we're saying
it
this,
was
we're not
what?
dissing nobody.
It was what, 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
That she
Yeah.
was taking in.
Exactly.
She needed that check.
Yes, she did.
And when she was gonna do the bar mitzvah, she was like, I'm not doing it. Because she thought it was getting on a bar and being naked.
And
then her grandma,
people.
But her grandma really set her up with her first gig because her grandma said,
like,
"No."
you part Jewish.
Her grandma,
Yeah, she's like, those are your ancestors. Like, you need to get with your heritage. You need to understand where you're from. You need to go do that.
And then grandma take her to her first one?
Took her to the bus to go talk to the guy.
Yeah, to go to talk to the
To
guy.
set up their little.
Yeah, to see how much she was gonna get paid and all that.
Yeah, she was like, good, you got a job. Get going.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, so like these type of stories show you that grandma cared. Grandma's the one that took her to take care of that ward.
Yes.
Grandma's the one that helped her get her second gig because she got the mascot gig.
Yeah.
Because at first she was motivated for a boyfriend. Then later she got motivated for money and doing something more.
Yes.
But I really, really like her. I think she's just really down to earth, sweet person that really wants to do what's right for the people that she loves. And she's one of those people that she's going to bring you up with her, just like how Kevin Hart brought his people up with him.
Yeah.
I mean, just be able to laugh at yourself. True enough, she got teased and it hurt her, but she turned and spent it and turned it into something
What about
funny.
the molestation part?
Yeah, we kind of done
when
tipped
the
around
foster
that.
when the foster grandpa
She's going to help her grow her chest.
she would put tissue in her bra
And he said, I could suck them every day for you,
and make them
baby.
grow.
But the weird part is he never did anything but that. So Tiffany always
She
thought,
didn't think she was being
I wasn't
molested.
molested, he was helping me out, it just didn't work right.
Right.
It just didn't grow. She felt it was from her mom punching her chest in and stuff too.
My mom was punching her all the time.
It's like either that or
But she was
don't
19
work.
years old before she realized that she had been molested.
Yes.
From 13 years old
Yes.
to whenever it stopped.
Yeah. So
somebody had to tell her, girl,
So
you was
it
molested.
was a
molested.
year. It was a year of that because then she was at her grandma's house. But she was in that foster care system for 1 year.
Yeah.
I gotta get my chicken wings out, but hold on just a minute.
Your chicken wings are in there now.
Yeah. Alexa, stop the alarm. It's for wrestle. That's what I'm gonna bring. Yeah, that's gonna be right. Okay, I'm coming back. Sorry.
Ooh, you doing it up over there. Ooh.
I try. It's just in a bag, but it still smells great. Okay, sorry about that, but I eat wings. So then, I just think it's interesting, she's just a positive person. She doesn't see things in a negative way. And just like that molestation thing right there shares that, where her mind is, And then I thought, oh, now the fire alarm's gonna go off because I opened the oven. But, well, it is what it is. There's always some kind of interference at this house. That's it today. So I thought, that was, she's just a positive person. I just don't see her as being anything but positive because the things that have happened to her that should have set you back, she just kept going. She didn't even realize that should be a setback.
Persevered. She wasn't, because had it happened to me, I probably would have been so depressed. I would have acted a whole different way. I wouldn't have been able to accept it, but she handled it quite maturely.
And then the way her mom treated her.
Yes.
So let's talk about Titus, her first crazy boyfriend. Because I think that's going to take us home. But
We probably all been there, done that.
I just want to talk about Titus because I feel like that's young love. You don't really know what's going on. And even, so this young man, she met him at the airport. Did they both work at the airport?
They both worked at the airport.
Or
they met at a party somewhere because they was flying back.
Yeah, they were flying back.
I work at LAX and she's like, me too, or whatever. Then they exchanged numbers and end up getting together.
Right.
But I can't remember.
But Titus really wanted to be a pimp.
Yeah, exactly.
After he met some dude, then he wanted to be a pimp.
He said he could make more money, and stuff, and be out there pimping and whatnot. But he really sent her through the ringer. And that first love, usually, I ain't nothing had the fairy book, so first love is really challenging.
It's a little rougher.
Yes.
It's rougher than all your other loves.
And
But
she went through it.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting how she really opened up and let us know about some of those young dumb mistakes that people make because girls need to hear that so that they can know when you go through something like that, that's okay. you can redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Try not to go through it, of course.
Yes.
You know, but I thought that was nice that she opened it up, and the chapter is like Titus the boyfriend. Like, definitely read it. And at the end, he has like a VH cassette that he took a video
He was
of having
Bertha.
Yeah, showing her how to do certain things, but not saying Tiffany's name.
does
And it
so
was on
good.
Tiffany's birthday, and
On
he
her
used to go
birthday.
MA, like missing in action for like 2
2
days at a
days.
time.
With her car.
With
Oh my
her
gosh!
car.
And she would be like, "Well, I catch the bus. He must be
Yeah, I'm at
busy."
work anyway. I mean, she just blew it off and
She
stuff.
made
but-
all kind of excuses for him.
Yes.
She really wanted a
And
boyfriend.
he really
He put her
made
through
a
it.
video with old Bertha, and she paid him back real good.
So she went to the dumpster, like he threw it away. She came back, went through the dumpster, found it, watched it, and then decided, because then he started like messing with her and having the family call him and then
She was
harassing
talking
her.
to him, and so he would call her for me, having his cousin, brothers, sisters, auntie call.
She started to think like everybody had to know he was with Bertha and doing this stuff.
Because his 8-year-old sister told, girl,
Yeah.
he cheating on you. He cheating on you. He pimping.
Yes.
And she didn't believe her.
So she sent them all on Christmas a video. It looks like a
Well, it
regular
was
video.
Charlie's Angels, but she had
Cut out parts of it and put the sex scenes in there that were on the
Mailed it to all
VHS.
his family.
Yep.
She was like, "This is why I'm not talking to him. Please stop calling me, asking me to be with him. This is crazy." But I guess she felt like I don't even want to do this, but they just won't leave me alone, and I'm not getting back with him. So let them see what's going on, which is a little crazy too.
Well, you
but,
know, some people go through the slashing tires and bleaching clothes. That was just her way to, get a little more strength and to feel a little better. But I don't know if I'd have went to that extreme, sending it to his grandma, and they called her and was like, "You got my baby's pee-pee all over his Now you need to be ashamed. Take his pee-pee off of there."
I done had
Everybody done see. I done had a season. My grandbaby pee-pee all on TV like that.
I got these kids up in here watching Charlie Angel, and all of a sudden, you got my grandson on here.
So all I'm gonna say is like that is the first 1/3 of the book. Definitely read this. Like it's funny.
Yeah.
If you like her
Yeah.
and you like her comedy,
You're gonna like this book.
you're gonna like the book because
Yes,
the
you will.
reality is comedy a lot of times is about making fun of your own life.
Yes, it is.
And when you read this book, you'll begin to realize like it's a lot of her material is from her life. So
You can understand why she's
I
so
love it.
loud and feisty.
it's real easy to read.
Yes, it is.
Super easy. I read it in one day. Like I read it Sunday night, I think. It took me like to read, 1/3 of it. It took me like a couple hours. But I mean, I was busy doing other stuff too. I was at work. So I highly recommend get this book, Tiffany Haddish, The Black Unicorn.
The last black.
Yeah, The Last Black Unicorn. I mean, it's great. We all love it. My mom's on vacation. So she'll join us the next time she's read this book too, and then we're going to have a different little table set up. It'll be 4 of us from now on, unless somebody's on vacation or can't come or whatever. So, we just thank you guys for watching, and we hope you encourage someone to read this book because you're just better off in life when you read books.
Yes.
I think it just opens you up to things, and it makes life more realistic, and it makes you realize that there's no fairy tale. Everybody works for what they're getting, or they don't and win the lottery, but then you probably lose it too. So I'm going to turn it off. Anything you guys want to say before I turn it off?
No.
Read the book. Read the book. Yeah, she is ready.
She ready. That's what my boss said.